read the Shatter Me series and I'm totally in love with it. And I'm making this video because I really had to share my thought with you all. At first, I thought I'll stop after one book. Honestly, wonder about that. Before reading it, I was like, who even read 11 parts of same story? Ke? And now I totally get it. Who wanted a ha ha? Now let's come to the plot. First book in the Shatter Me series is called Shatter Me, and it is narrated by Juliette, our main lead. Story begins with Juliette, who has a curse or maybe boon you will find later in the book. So basically, if she touches someone, they die. And when she was 14, she accidentally touched a child while trying to help, and obviously that child died. And because of this, people call her monster, and she was locked in a place called rehabilitation center. And she was completely alone and isolated for several years. One day, she's told that she's getting a new cellmate, and from there, the real plot, the real story begins. Cellmate turned out to be someone from her past, and that brings a new twist to the story. At first I thought the new cellmate would be Aaron Warner because his name is mentioned everywhere, but it turned out to be someone else. I don't want to ruin for those who haven't read it yet. Okay, let me break your bubbles, girls. Warner is not a hero in the book. He's actually the main villain, as seen from Juliet's point of view. So, Warner is a typical bad guy in the first book. He is cruel, he is dangerous, and he never hesitated to kill people. He never hesitated to use people for his own profit. He even tried to use Juliet for his own mission. That is the reason why Juliet hates him in the first book. But deep down, I feel that Warner isn't a bad guy. Even in his bad guy era, he never mistreated Juliet. He was always calm and gentle around her. And the way he called her love, oh my god. I wanted to know more about Warner's character, so I immediately picked up Destroy Me. Destroy Me is also part of the Shatter Me series. Even I've learned the word novella from this book. So basically, novella is also a novel, but it is shorter than novel and it is longer than short stories. So Destroyed Me is from Warner's POV and it shows his side of the story. I'm glad I'd never hated this guy because after reading this book, I or maybe we realized that he is one of the most misunderstood character. Actually, he wants Juliet to be a little brave and confident and treat people the way they treat her and face the world more confidently because the world he has seen is harsher than the world she has. And through this book, through his POV, we got to know that Pro Warner is totally in love with Juliet. For he wants Juliet not for her power, but he falls in love with Juliet who truly is. Bro literally read Juliet's diary like we read fiction, and he fell in love with her like we falls for fiction, man. Though the book is really short, but it's really important if you want to read the series further. The book 2 in this series is called Unravel Me. This is one of my favorite books in the series. If you love shows like Stranger Things and the season 3 of the Vampire Diaries, then this book is for you. Obviously, the characters and plot are totally different, but it gives you that same nostalgic feeling. In the book, Juliet is taken to an underground place called the Omega Point to prepare for fighting against the rehabilitation center. As the story progresses, we learn that the rehabilitation center isn't saving the world, but it's controlling everything, almost like dictatorship. We also get to know that every character has their unique superpower ability, and I love every character in this book, especially Kenji. And Aaron Warner Anderson is so adorable in this book. In one part of book, Juliet and her friends kidnapped him, kind of cute, and take him to Omega Point. And his love for Juliet, though it was one-sided, but it's never forceful. The way he just admire her and smiles from the far. It's really nice to see every characters grow and develop, especially Juliet. After Unravel Me, there's a short novella called Fracture Me, told from Adam's POV. It's really short and honestly, it's not really super important for the main story. But you can read if you want Adam's POV. The next book, the book 3 of this series, is called Ignite Me, and trust me, things get even crazier there. I love Warner and Juliet together. I would be happy if Juliet and Warner end up together. But I also felt bad for Adam. But he was stuck on the same issue whole time in the whole book, which got little annoying. But still, I hope he found someone because he deserves better. He is not a bad guy. Honestly, not only Adam, but every character goes a bit crazy in this book. And the only one sane person is Kenji. I don't know if it's just me, but after reading the book, I feel like Kenji is right there somewhere in my room. This book is way more emotional as compared to the first two books. The whole storyline is complete roller coaster of emotion. It's intense, emotional, yet it has the most satisfying ending. Now I'm on Restore Me. I will come back after reading it to share my thoughts. Till then, bye bye, tata. Thank you for watching.